For those women who were selected by the governor for them to be slept with, some of these women refused the governor from doing that. So they were actually brought here for punishment. They chained the legs with the remaining chains as they stood up looking at the sun. Come rain, come shine, with no food, no water for about 24 hours. It was serving as an example to those enslaved women kept in the dungeons not to refuse the governor.
From sleeping with them?
Yes, please. And also, when they got them released, these women were still taken back to the governor for him to still try to sleep with them.
After
Yes.
the punishment?
Yes, because they became weaker after standing here for long. So this time around, they couldn't resist, but they just had to accept. Because when the Europeans were coming here, they never came with their wives. So they were using the enslaved women to satisfy their pleasures. But before that, that woman being selected had to be washed down with this. Why? Because when they were in the dungeons, they never had their bath. Now, this dungeon occupied about 150 of the women. Now, when these women were here, 2 containers were actually given for them to ease themselves, urinate, and do other things in it. But during the second month, most of these women couldn't get to these containers. So they had to do everything on the floor. That includes, their menstrual cycle. And that was the same floor they had to sleep, eat, and even drink on. Now you see these reefs, they were brought by people to pay their last respect to ancestors. But there is one particular from a Portuguese lady. She's trying to apologize to Africans for what happened. And she is asking for peace and unity among Africans and Europeans. This particular one here. Now we are in the Dutch church. So when you look up there, you could see Psalm 132, which is trying to say that Zion is the Lord's resting place, which means we are standing in the eternal church for God. But the saddest truth is, beneath this church was a dungeon where enslaved women were kept. So as the women were suffering, the Dutch were up here claiming to be worshiping God. Everybody that was in this place was aware that there were people down there screaming, crying, and dying.
So what role did the church play during the slave trade?
Well, that's, I would say, they actually concentrated on their own as spreading the gospels.
It was none of their business?
Yes.